Hello everybody, my name is Alan from Sauber-Lab, and in this video we're going to show application called Tianji. This application is manage or monitor your web, monitor your applications, monitor your servers and other things. Principally, if you have lots of websites or have lots of applications or lots of contents that's running, you can check if they are running most of the time, if your website have few views, more views, what's the time of the views, which websites that is the most of them, and also the status of your different servers. With this application you can have all this data local in your network without the need to give access for Google or other platform to analyze your data. You can do it yourself. So if you like this idea, want to learn a little bit more about it, we're gonna show in this video. But first of all, don't forget to leave your like, consider subscribe for the channel if you're not subscribed yet, and let's understand a little bit more about it. So the best thing for you understand what application that you're going to install is to go in the official website for this application. So here we have the official website that it's Tianji, and as the website say, they promise that it will give you web analytics, uptime, monitor, servers and others. If we go a little bit for the website, they give you the option for staying on cloud, or you can have a self-installation. In this case, we're going to focus more for the self-installation. Here they promise an option for OpenAI. I never try it, so I cannot comment about it, but I will show how you can use this OpenAI option. Other thing, they promise that you have different features for your needs, as web analyze, uptime monitor, service status. With the service status you can see all your Docker status, you can have a status page, you can have a telemetry, survey and feeds. These feeds will be notifications for you, look like reports, how often this website was on and continue on. The good thing for this application that they don't keep cookies. They keep a clean for you, different for other websites that will make sure that all your data, all the things that you monitor, it's only kept for you. Other thing, it's totally open source. Other thing, it's community driven. It means that if you want to suggest improvements or other things, they will listen for you in different languages. Here will be a little bit preview and pretty much it. So for understand a little bit more how it works, it's the best thing we go in the real application. In this case, I start to set up some information for me, look like my website, and here I can see how many views, how many visitors, how often, or my bounce rate, also how long they stay in this website. In this case, I only install for a short time, so will not have so much data. Here will be all the websites that has been accessed, and here will be what kind of users and what kind of a country that they're using. In this case, I only have the Chrome. I don't know why I appear as a Android OS, as I only access with this computer, and pretty much is it. Other thing that you can monitor, it's uptime for different systems. Let's say HTTP, I can monitor how often this website was on, what's the ping, what's the latency for it. Here in server, I can see what's the information of my server, it's on, off, and what's the CPU usage, run, hard drives. And here they will appear all the application that is running. In this case is only Portainer, but I could have others, and I can see what's the traffic, what is the read and write for my hard drive, and what's the memory that has been used. Telemetrics, they will give a little bit view for that page. If I come here in specific usage, I can have as a GIF that will add that GIF in the page, or I can use these count visitors. So if my website have more than one visitors, they will appear here. I can set up some pages, I can set up some survey, and can set up some views or some feeds. Let's try to understand how I can set up it. So here in my monitor, I can create my monitor, and here for this monitor really works, I need to add some information. I need to add this code in my header. To add the code in my header, it's simple. I can copy this information. In my case, I will show using WordPress, what I use at the moment. And here, basically, I copy this information, come here in my WordPress, And here I needed to have a web code, what allowed me to add header, body and foot. And here I'll add this specific information for my header. And once that I save it and start to search my web page, look for different websites. Let's say that I want to go for Oracle Cloud, and will come here all the information. If I come here and refresh this page, now there appear more views and more visitors. In my case is the same visitor, and how long this visitor was viewing this website and the links that was looking. Remember, only way to be able to access it, you need to have an external IP address, or have this one using a HTTP protocol. In my case, what I use the Cloudflare tunnel to have this external access. It's simple. I basically select Cloudflare, I use my internal IP address for configure it, and that you can access it. Other thing, here in my monitor, I can add HTTP or I can add others. Let's say that I want to add a ping, and the ping will be the IP address 192.168.1.253. That will be this OpenVPN that I use. If I come here and put create, they will start to monitor my uptime, what will be my latency. In this case, this server, it's really close, so the speed will be 0.0. If they are not in the same network, potentially this latency will be higher. Other thing, here to set up my servers, it's super simple. I can add a server, and here will be the option to add, the option to uninstall, and the option to restart. If I go here and use my Putin, run this command, they will allow me to have this monitor that I set up for my server. If I have more than one server, I can set up more than one, and here will be all the status for everything. Telemetrics basically will be, I add the telemetrics that I want, and that it will show how many users that will be. The same thing, if I wanted to add this one, I can add, look like this option in my foot, and that's in the end they will appear how many users is current in that page, only to make a little bit more interesting to see how many people it's currently looking for that specific page. If I close here, and here will be the more interesting part, that will be the feeder. This feeder will be where they will have the notification for you. So if I come here and put add, I can create a new channel. Let's say that I will create the channel test. I can have some signature if I want, and here will be the notification. If I create a new notification, I can add, and I can have different options on notification. The first one will be the email, what will use the SMTP. I can have the appraise, that will give a +9 service. So to see all the service, I can click this GitHub, and here they will show all these services that can be used. Let's say that I want to use WhatsApp, so we'll click WhatsApp, and that will explain how I can connect through the WhatsApp to make sure that notification go through the WhatsApp. The same thing, once that I copy that specific information, they will be connect, and here will appear all the notifications. In this way, if I come here back in feed and add, I can select which one that I want and how often. If I put every day, every evening, every week, every month, once that's arrive in this frequency, they will send notification for me with all the status of my server. Once that you understand everything this, we're going to show how you can install it. To install, I can copy this information, or simple, come here in my GitHub, and here in the GitHub they give all the informations as the road traffic or road map that you will be expect. In this case, what it's already implemented, it's a web analysis monitor, but don't have this option yet. The same thing for survey page, and the same thing for improvement on monitoring, that it's still a little bit information to be added. Anyway, if we come here in the Docker Compose, here will be all the Docker Compose that we're going to install. As always, I like to use Portainer. This reason that we're going to use this information in Portainer, and to install in Portainer, we need to copy all the information after the version, basically servers down. So once that I copy this, I can come here my Portainer. In this case, I already have this installed, so I'll come here, remove it, remove this stack. Once this stack is removed, I can add a new stack. I can paste all that information. define the name of the app, and here we can start to modify some information. So let's go a little bit down, and here what I need is the image. Build, I can remove this information. For me, will not add any value. Here will be my database information. Remember, I suggest you to change this information, and if you change it here, you need to change it here. And you're gonna ask, Alan, how I know where to put my password, my user, and all the rest of information? Simple. If you come here and come here in Docs, they'll give all the information that you need. If you come here install Docker, they'll give a little bit more view for how we can set up. So basically, here will be the password, here will be user, password, and here will be the name of my DB. So if I come here, basically user will be the first one, password will be the second one, and the PostgreDB will be this last one. Because they're using as a local, you don't need to modify this specific information because they already connect to my Postgre. Also, here they ask you to change this string. So if I come here and type different characters, let's say, here will be my new string. Here, allowed register is already set as off, and this OpenAI I'll set as off because I don't need this at this stage. One thing that observe that if you don't add the OpenAI key option, they will not run as expect. So what I'm gonna do, I'll put a tab and paste this OpenAI, and here will be the key for my OpenAI. When I say OpenAI, you can go directly to the website for OpenAI, generate your key, and that you can pass here, and that they will connect. I'm not sure what exactly they're gonna do, but at least you know that you can connect and use some machine learning for improve your data. Here will be the dependents, so this application not start until the Postgre will start, and restart policy is set as always. And now will be the database. Already comment about those. These volumes you can leave exactly in the same place. The amount of data that will be saved is really small, so you don't need to use external DB or external folder for it. If you want to use, it's simple, you can use your absolute path and that remove this bot information. Once that you set up this, you can come here and put deploy the stack. Once that the stack has been deployed, you can open the stack and you're gonna see this information. Once that is say as running, it means that's running. You can open this IP address and here you can log into your server. In this case, this one was my previous one that I was set up, so they give all the same informations, and what I suggest you do, the first thing is you click into these three dots, profile, and change your password. Make sure that the first thing that you do before you start to set up anything is change your password, principally if you use as an external IP address or external access, because someone can try to access it, and admin it's really easy password, so don't use it. Here then you can see a little bit more about notification, workspace, API, audits that has been done, and all your usage and how many websites that you monitor. This case was my first setup, what I leave for let's say 1 day, and here they appear how many views, visitors, and if I go for details, I can see what kind of users or kind of visitors that you're using, and here I can see what US that you're using and what's the countries that you use. In this case I leave it for 1 day and I have 7 users from Brazil, GB, Russia, UK, and what was the titles of a website and which specific websites did they access more often. So in this way we arrive in the end of the video. I hope that you guys like this video. If you like this video and think that was interesting, please don't forget to leave your like, consider to subscribe for the channel if you're not subscribed yet, and see you next time. Bye.